Hey world, what's going on? It's your boy JP the Third. Happy Money Monday. I'm super excited for this episode, so let's get into it. Today we're going to be talking about bank balance accounting, and honestly, I'm going to give you a little bit of my personal story. So in high school, I never really had a lot of education regarding personal finance. We had one course that was literally called personal finance. It was a joke. I really didn't learn anything from it. Everything was easy. The teacher gave us all the answers. And like I said, I didn't really learn anything that I could apply to my real life. So, if you Google some standards in accounting, you'll see stuff like using a balance sheet, knowing your cash flow statement and your income statement, right? But I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I'm probably like majority of people, I don't use those for my own personal finances, for my day-to-day finances. I don't use any of those statements for my own personal finance. So what I noticed about myself and a lot of people is we really just go off of our bank balance. So what I mean by that is people will just check their phone and be like, oh, I've got $150 in my account. So that means I can spend $150, right? And it works, but it doesn't work. There's some loopholes and some blind spots in there that we need to be aware of. So like I said, whenever I started working, that's how I was managing my money. I'd be like, oh wow, I want to buy this. And then I'd check my phone. Do I have enough money for this? If so, I'll buy it. If not, I'll wait. And that's kind of how things went. But there are three huge problems with that. So the first one is Parkinsons Law. The Parkinsons Law pretty much states that if you have 5 hours to complete a task, you're more than likely going to take that entire 5 hours, versus if you had 30 minutes to only complete that same task, you could get it done in that 30 minutes, but because you have more time, you're going to stress things out to get it done in that bigger time frame. So think about it. If you have the weekend to do an assignment, you might stretch out the time and, kind of procrastinate and not do the work ahead of time and then just do everything last minute on Sunday. I know I've been guilty of that a few times. I'm sure everybody else has too. Likewise, if you have that same assignment, but it's due the same day it's given, you'd be able to knock it out and get it done that day, but it has just a different priority and you attack it differently. So you get it done like that, right? Versus stretching it out and kind of waiting and procrastinating. So that's huge, because when you're checking your bank account balance and you see you have $500, you're probably going to spend that entire $500. You're going to find a way to spend that money unless you kind of pre-plan how you're going to spend your money and you make sure to invest it or you separate it XYZ, because it's just like when you just have idle money in your wallet, it's kind of like burning a hole in your pocket. So you have to be super conscious of that and be aware of it. The second loophole is we're human, right? Humans are very emotional creatures. We are emotional creatures. Some people might mistake it and say that we're logical creatures, but actually we use logic to justify our emotions. So that means that you might, before you get your paycheck, you'd be like, all right, so I'm going to buy this, I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to buy this, and I'm going to have a profit of $200, right? Like you might have this great plan, but then something happens to you emotionally. You just come into like a lower level energy wise, and it's like, man, I need to go buy these shoes that are gonna make me feel better. I might go buy some food to feel better, and then before you know it, all that money's gone, and you like threw that great plan that you had out the window. So you have to be very careful, because your emotions are like a roller coaster, right? You never know what's gonna happen to you emotionally. So with that being said, you're gonna have to have a built-in safety system to kind of protect you from you. The third blind spot, or crutch, I guess you could say, bank balance accounting is pending charges. You might have automated payments coming out of your account, or you might just have some pending charges that it makes it look like you have more money in your account than you really do. So if you just check your app and you're like, okay, I got $300 to go spend, and you go out and you spend that whole $300, and then the next day something else tries to pull itself out, then you're gonna overdraw your account. You're gonna have those overdraft fees. So now you might be at like negative $100 because that first automated payment went out, the overdraft fees, and then just the whole ordeal is gonna put you under. So those are the three main fallbacks of bank account balancing. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do something different, because if you're like me, I started working when I was like 16 or 17. I'm 22 now. I'm about to be 23 in a minute. So that's like 5, 6 years, 7 years of me just constantly reinforcing the habit of bank balance accounting. So even though I've learned about an income statement, a cash flow statement, and those other statements that are very crucial to accounting, they're just not super practical for me right now. Like, I'm not gonna pull out my phone and just pull up these different documents and be like, oh, okay, well, based on this, I need to spend X amount of dollars. That's just not how I'm wired right now. So with that in mind, I need to find a system that's gonna work with what I'm already doing. So there's actually a great book on this. I already made a book review on it, but just in case, I'm gonna plug it in again. The book's called Profit First. I highly recommend you get this book. This book's a life changer. I swear by it. It's probably my favorite book that I've read ever, and especially it's my top book for 2018. So like I said, you don't want to really go and try and go against your grain. You don't want to try and fight your nature. You want to build a system that's going to be natural for you so that you'll actually be able to stick with it, but you also want something that's going to protect you from yourself and help you grow financially and also as a person. So Profit First is a great book to do that. Check the link below. You'll see my short book review on it, and I'll also put a link in the bio that you can go and find this book at. It's not an affiliate link. I'm not gonna make any money off of it. Even if I was gonna make some money off of it, I'd tell you, but I'd still recommend this book because it's just that powerful. I made this channel to help you guys take control of your money, and that's a perfect way to do it. So take action. Keep bank balance accounting, but make sure you go pick up Profit First because it'll change the game for you. All right. Thanks for watching. It's your boy JP the Third. I appreciate you.